Good morning. One of my favorite things in the morning is when I'm reading a familiar story in the Bible and God shows me something brand new. I love it when that happens, and it just happened to me a couple of weeks ago when I was reading in John chapter 4. It's the story of the Samaritan woman at the well. Just a reminder, Samaritans and Jews did not get along. As a matter of fact, Samaritans weren't really acknowledged or adored or a people group that were taken seriously by anyone, either the Jews or the Gentiles. So that's the first part of this story. The woman at the well was from Samaria. Jesus went to the well. He asked this woman for a drink of water. Normally she would have been completely ignored. She gave him a drink of water. They talked. He told her everything she'd ever done. He said that he's the living water. Her life was changed forever, and she ran and told everybody about it. It's a great story. Great evidence of Jesus loving in a controversial way. But it goes further than that. Later in that chapter, it says in verse 39, many Samaritans from the village believed in Jesus because the woman had said, he told me everything I ever did. Verse 40, when they came out to see him, they begged him to stay in their village. So he stayed for 2 days. Okay, now think about that. This is this exiled people group that Jews or Gentiles didn't hang out with. Nobody would go to their house. Nobody would go to see them. But when the Samaritans begged him to stay in their village, he stayed for 2 days. And that was long enough for many more to hear his message and believe. So that's a challenging thing for me, and I bet it is for you too. So I have a question for you. Who are the Samaritans in your life? Who is that people group that you don't hang out with, that you might just pretend isn't there if you passed them on the street? I think if we want to move toward Jesus, if we want to love like Jesus and live like Jesus, we can't have those people groups anymore. We can't just talk to them when they walk by us. We have to go to them and, dare I say, even stay with them. We have to invite them into our lives and love them in a way that only Jesus can help us do. I think that it's challenging to identify exactly who those people are. So I'm asking you to do that today, to think about that, and then think about active steps that you can do to invite those people into your life so that they'll see the love of Jesus through you. Thanks for listening.